What's up, guys? Bulvar the Fell-Handed here, bringing you the Art of the Hellcat Part 4. We are on Erlenberg in counter battle. The greens have spawned on the southeast side. The reds have spawned on the northwest side. There's a couple of different schools of thought as far as TDs go. You can go left flank there around the J2, J3 area. Put some rounds down range there. The only downside of that is it's very, very close. You will be spotted. You can't, I mean, unless, you know, perhaps the reds don't really push all the way up in the castle. My particular thought I had was going right flank and going up on this extreme hill here, E0, F0, whatever you want to call it. Post up here, perhaps shoot over that primary hill there at F8. Which, you know, really ends up working out very well for me. So, you know, if you were in this position, if you're in a TD, definitely check out this hill. Just give it a look. Because you can get some shots coming in. You can get some shots if they really try to push that flank. So you can actually get up here and you can do some good work. Thanks to the fast reload, you know, you can really maintain pressure on the reds up here from a distance. The only downside, of course, if the reds decide they don't want to play ball, they don't push this flank, then you've got to go ahead and make something happen. This leads us to, you know, when do you need to move out? You know, should you have stayed longer? Things like that. You'll get a feel for this as you get more experienced in the game. You'll say, okay, now is the time to go, now is the time to leave. You know, caution is the watchword if you're playing solo. If you're playing in a group, you have some wiggle room, so to speak. If you're playing in a group, you know, and you know it's a very tight crew, your guys can take some of the slack off of you from your airs. But if you're out here running solo, you need to be very cautious because, you know, sometimes you end up being in a corner and then there's, you know, 5 tanks over there. You had no idea we're there. So that's just a little to give you a little insight on, you know, should I stay, should I move, how long should I stay, so on and so forth. So we have a TD there just backed off the hill, just really quick. We've got one up here. Not a lot of good shots at the time. We go ahead and fire. It disperses to the front of the plate. If you hit that front plate at an angle, most of the time you're going to bounce. Of course, this tank, if it hit at anything other than like a 75-degree angle, I believe we would have went through it. So right now we're just kind of posted up, myself and another, and we're just kind of waiting. There's a 5-4 over here, which is a deadly tier 5 tank. I'm kind of using the other TD for cover here because, you know, I have absolutely no armor. And that tank that I was beside actually will bounce some rounds from time to time. Now I'm repositioning here because it looks like our foray into their spawn area has kind of ground to a halt. They've got a 5-4 over there that is just not letting us pass. He's lighting us up to guys on the hill. The guys on the hill are coming down and they're firing on us as we expose ourselves. Waka waka. So right now we're just kind of trying to consolidate our position and decide how to go about this. We need to get rid of the 5-4. He doesn't, you know, come out and show himself. We're kind of in a pickle, you know. So, you know, we're thinking, where's he at? Is he flanking us? Is he coming down? And there he is. Because that tank to us is the biggest threat. Sure, he's got most of his health gone. You just have to be cautious with that tank because that is a monster tank. It is just a beast. Twice as much health as any other tank in its tier. So it's deadly. Moving on. Right now, you know, I'm not too concerned about taking rounds. I'm in good cover. If anything happened, I can immediately pull up into the houses and take cover, which is what I have done. The 5-4 decides to go ahead and rush me. The tank doesn't make good clutch shots. I think I ended up tracking him. In this case, it's volume over accuracy. Could I have pulled out named? Yes. but I wanted to pull out, clutch shot it, and then back in. I knew I could get a few rounds in before. He's coming right at me. I'm not moving a lot. That wouldn't really make the gun disperse a whole lot. You know, I had a lot of thought into that. You know, granted, of course, you're gonna have those that, you know, hit the upper plate or hit the wrong part and it bounces, or hit and tracks. Everybody has those. It's, you know, so it's not just you. Don't worry about it. It happens to everyone. We have a guy on the hill here. We're going to try to go ahead and put a round in him before he drops down. We were successful in our endeavor. The Reds are a little spread out right now. So it kind of makes it difficult. If you notice, I kind of hesitate right here because I'm not exactly sure what my next course of action is. Obviously, I want to get out of the open field. You never want to be in the open unless you're making a dash from one area to the other. You know, I wasn't detected. I had numerous targets in different areas, so I just took a second to see if I could get any shots in. That's okay. I mean, you know, that's fine. You're going to have that from time to time. You just don't need to make a habit of spending excessive amounts of time in the open, because, you know, you're just an easy target. You know, if somebody peeks over the hill there, you don't have any cover, you know, you are at the mercy of their gun, essentially. If they wait and get their gun to scope in all the way, yeah, you're probably going to get pinned, especially in this tank, considering this tank has little to no armor. So like I said, you know, it's all situational. You just need to, you know, do the best you can, make the best decisions based on the situation at hand. We're putting some rounds on this Japanese heavy. He is okay with us shooting. I'm not really sure why. We put one in the side of one of his tiny turrets, and, you know, he is on his last leg. He's not looking good, and we're just, at this point, we're just kind of stalking him, trying to see if we can't go ahead and lock this down without him killing us. That's essentially what we're looking for right now. We want to get him. Now, the downside of this is I've got guys on both sides of me, and I'm extremely paranoid. And right here, I'm going for volume. I fired one, and I'm very nervous that I'm going to pull out, and he's going to hit me, because at this point, I'm a one-shot. You know, I'm really not knowing exactly what to do. I don't want to die. Of course, it's the end of the game. But, you know, we all want to survive. We all want to stay to the end of the game. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm, you know, and I think to myself the entire time that I'm sitting here not doing anything, people are acting. And that's what you need to think of. You don't just want to be stagnant. You don't want to be, you know, static. You want to do things, you know, even if it's wrong. Like right now, I'm making, you know, APCR clutch shots at this heavy tank in the hopes that I can catch him, because I'm terrified that he's eventually going to get lucky and kill me. So this is the point where I decide, you know, we need to take some action. I stop right there until my sixth sense goes off, and then I get moving. And the idea here is I'm going to pull down behind him and go ahead and finish him off. I've got a good shot right here. I messed up. I dirted it. So now I was like, you know, let's just go in for the kill. Let's get it over with. And then I fire one, and I finally get him. But, you know, RNG was just fighting me tooth and nail that entire game, and everybody has games like that. It's not just you. Everybody has games where nothing works, everything misses, you know. And, you know, we did okay. We got 1901, and it was a good game. Guys, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you guys next time.